Can you have boundaries without feeling like a bad person? I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it and how I've coached a ton of clients to do the same thing. I'm going to give you a free download right now you can walk through with me to lay everything out. Because if you don't get clear on your boundaries, you can't expect other people to either. I've realized that there were a few things that kept getting in my way from creating boundaries. I've had so many occasions in my life where I struggled with setting boundaries in relationships and with jobs, even with myself. And don't get me started on doing it with people I worked for as a freelancer because, oh my gosh, it just sucks. I probably lost thousands of dollars from people that owed me that money, but I just gave it away because I didn't know my value. I just couldn't picture myself as someone that could set down a boundary and say, you can't cross this. I'd feel like a bad person, I'd feel guilty, and I don't know, I just didn't want to not be liked. But I never asked myself at what cost, because yeah, I can be helping them, but am I hurting myself in the process? The second thing I realized was there are ways to help people without actually giving my full self away. I call this giving through you instead of giving from you. If someone came up to me and said, I was just in a bad car accident, I need an arm, my arm fell off, I can't give them my arm. I mean, I can, but is it worth it for me? But I can help them in the same way by saying, let me call an ambulance for you. That's the difference between giving through you and giving from you. And there may be so many times you don't even realize you're giving from you when you should be giving through you. As a symbol of acknowledging that your time is valuable, I want you just to look at this clock for a minute. It's so important just to know that you are valuable. Snag this free template in the description below. So the very first thing I want you to do real quickly is to duplicate, otherwise you won't be able to edit anything. So basically what you want to do is just go to Free Productivity Tools, go to Creating Boundaries. Then you click the worksheet, download, and it pretty much shows you how everything works, but I'll explain it to you so you don't have to read anything. Now, the dark green side means that's giving through you, and the red side is giving from you. That's where you're giving too much. And the middle, that's up to you. You prefer not to cross this line here, and you never cross this line unless you're okay with it. But I would really never, ever, ever cross this line. Okay, so it's completely up to you. And we're gonna make these in levels. So let's just say, for example, that your brother is asking you to help him clean his bathroom. This entire bathroom, just everything, scrubbing, and you know he's just a mess. Like, he doesn't care about cleaning anything at all. He's just doing this to make you just do everything for him. So let's just say your level 1 is giving them a reminder to clean their bathroom, okay? Cool, I'll do that. I'll just remind him to clean his bathroom, no big deal. Well, a level 2, what about that? The level 2 would be like encouraging and challenging him to get it done. Like, hey, if you do this within an hour, I'll take you out to lunch or something. I don't know, just something nice like that. Those are great. Those are giving through you. You're not really doing much work. And the more towards giving from you go, the more work you're doing. So level 3 in the middle is like sharing the load. That's where you're cleaning the bathroom with them. Level 4 is more where you're just helping them clean and planning and breaking it down into steps. You're doing a lot here, but they're still involved. And level 5 is just where you just do it for them completely. Like, they don't do anything at all. Okay, awesome. So now we're going to the next step. Create your boundaries. So we're gonna make them. So 1 is what you're most okay with, and 5 is what you're least okay with. So I made it super colorful and pretty, so you're motivated to do it. So the first thing is just to write down the boundaries. Let's just say what we just said. Not clean my brother's bathroom anymore. The more specific you are, the better, and the easier it's gonna be on you to not have to stumble on your words when they ask you why not, like, what will you do for me? I wouldn't just say what you're not doing, I would say what you are willing to do at the most. So maybe it would be like helping him come up with a cleaning game plan. That sounds pretty nice, and that's pretty much giving through you and not from you too much. So level 1, this is what you're totally willing to do, super duper easy, right? Well, what we had here was just reminding him, right? Level 2, that was encouraging and challenging him. Bam. Level 3 was cleaning with him. Level 4 was something you were most likely not willing to do, but you made a rare occasion maybe, where you help them clean and plan and challenge with them. And level 5 was just straight up doing it for them. So what's really cool about this is now you can clearly see laid out what you are willing and not willing to do. Now that you know that, you can repeat this affirmation every day. Just know that you are not a bad person for creating boundaries, okay? Look, our time is the most precious thing to us. So spend yours wisely. Don't just give it away. And you know what? People will start to perceive your value as valuable as it actually is. You are not a free sample at Costco. You're the whole meal. Oh yeah. I know. And the last gift I want to give you is to tell you non-confrontational ways to tell people no. Another way you cannot say yes right away is to use your personal experience, because people usually respect that. So if someone asks you to do something, you could just say, you know, I made a promise to myself a long time ago that, and then you can just kind of not explain it too far, but a little bit. And they usually won't ask, but if they do, and you're afraid of that, you could literally just say, you know, it's just important to me that I never blank. Right? I just say, let me get back to you on that. Sounds pretty reasonable, right? Or let me get back to you tonight. Give them like a time frame so they can know, but give yourself enough time to really acknowledge what you need to do. And here's the biggest thing I want you to know. Your value is not something anyone can take away. It's not something even you could take away. Your potential, opportunities, everything you are potentially capable of doing, even if you don't know how to do it right now, it can't be taken from you. So just know that even if someone doesn't like you, or if you have to say no to a few people here and there, your boundaries are so important, because you're basically telling people, this is where I am okay with going. And any further than that isn't who I am. The great thing about saying no to people is you're kind of going through this natural process where you're filtering out people that don't respect you. So if someone doesn't respect you saying no, you should not be doing anything for this person. And if they do respect you, then you know in the future you can when you're available. If you want to 2 to 5x your productivity, what you have to do is click the link in the description below and book a free strategy session with me, and we'll come up with a game plan just for you, so you can see results literally today. I'd love to hear in the comments below what you thought about this video, if you found it helpful. If you like this video, you're gonna love this video right here. Later, neighbors.